gonna die. Going too fast. I'm taking 3.
I'm going for the St. Louis now.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
You get your 2?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course. And today I have a Mogami replay. It occurred to me that I haven't been showing a whole lot of Mogami replays. I guess I've been saving them for myself because I just love the boat, but or love the ship, but whatever. And this battle, we're on hotspot, and it is the 3 cap point hotspot, and this was recorded the day that patch 0.4.1 was released. And for anyone who's not aware, upon the release of that patch, they're reworking the 5 cap point hotspot. So you're not going to see it anymore. And they introduced a new spawn location on hotspot as well. This battle, we don't see it. We do still see the standard spawn locations here as well. Now, before we go any further as well, I do want to give a shout out here to Buzz 1750. Buzz has been leaving some comments on my YouTube page. Thank you very much for that, Buzz. But most notably, he was asking, why I don't get any mods to make my ships look better. I have been looking, actually, Buzz, for some mods, and I did download a mod and install it. It was the Dazzle mod I found on the forums, but I don't know. I can't get it to work. I mean, I'm not the smartest, person, I suppose, when it comes to that sort of stuff. So, I mean, Buzz, if you have a suggestion of like a specific mod for skins that you want to see on my ships, post it in the comments, or send me a message, whatever, and I'll take a look at it and hopefully get those installed. But as I had also mentioned to Buzz too, I mean, I like the way that my Japanese ships look stock. I actually don't have a problem with it. I think they look fantastic. In terms of my American ships, I hate the way they look. Oh, I don't like it at all. Usually I'm not spending the money on the camo in-game to make them look better because I'm too busy saving all of that money for my next ship, for my next module, or for my next upgrade. So that's just a little blurb there on camouflage. But again, Buzz, if you have a specific site you want me to take a look at, or a specific mod you want me to take a look at, just send me a message. Same thing for anyone else watching the video here. If there's something you want me to take a look at, maybe like a mod or anything at all, just leave me a comment, let me know, let me take a look at it. I'll definitely do that. And before we get too far into the video here as well, just a reminder, anyone watching, if you're ever on and you want to play a game with me, just send me a message. My name in-game is Thotgor. I'm usually around. I can't guarantee that I'll be available to play the game with you right away, but maybe we can set aside a time or something to that effect. Alright, so getting into the game. You can see I'm using the strategy that I talked about previous on one of these hotspot videos. Instead of going straight into the cap point, I'm going around the mountains. I don't want to get into that cap point and start taking damage right away, so that's why I go this way. Now Miyoko pops up here, so I see him there. It's like, alright, well, let's put a few shots into this guy, see what happens here. Shots are going in. Blam. Surprise, surprise, I got three Citadels in that one salvo. That was pretty good, and I took out about half of his health as well, so excellent salvo. I was really surprised with it, actually. Bit of coffee. Actually, it was mentioned too, just to go off topic here again, it was mentioned too to include like a little counter as to how many sips of coffee I take during one of these videos. That's something I might look at. Anyway, the Miyoko is in my sights again, but he's maneuvering. So you gotta, I have to be patient here before I fire off the salvo, and I want to shoot where he's going to be and not where he was, obviously. So I put those shots out, and now I'm lining up on this New York here. Yeah, so I didn't, not necessarily wanted to shoot at that guy, but then blam, a toggle pops up. Now I didn't want to shoot the New York because I'm fairly close, and I didn't anticipate doing too much damage on him. And I kind of wanted to get some torpedo hits on him, so that's why I didn't want to shoot him right away. But that a toggle popped up. I don't know if he was stopped, if he was grounded. I don't know what he was doing, but there he is, and I put some shots into him. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. He popped out of view, so I'm not 100% sure of the exact damage I did. But we're gonna see him again. It's not the last we see of that Thotgor, and you'll notice that when he does pop up again, a significant portion of his health is gone. Excuse me. So, we're firing at the New York. There was a Farragut. I wanted to get a shot at him, but yeah, I can't do it. He's going too fast. But we still have my Miyoko over here. So we're going to put more shots into the Miyoko. Again, trying to line up the shot. You can see, he's not going perfectly straight, so you got to aim a little above him. And you still have to lead the target, obviously. These Japanese cruisers go fast, upwards of 35 knots. So I got a nice shot in on the Miyoko. It was another Citadel hit, so not too bad at all. And then the second shells came in and did a bit more damage. There's the Thotgor again. Again, I can see that he's reversing based on his smoke, but I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know, I mean, some people, right? But there was a bit more damage to him as well, so he's down to just about half health. More coffee. There's New York. I get some shots off on him. I don't want to run into my allied Colorado here, so I've cut throttle. I'm turning hard, and I'm going to let him pass in front of me before I go ahead and push into the cap. Because that's ultimately what I want to do here, is get shots in on the guys who are on cap while still being able to use some cover to keep myself alive. And then once they're down to lower health, then I can move in and take the cap with the team. That's the plan anyway, right? So there's the New York and there's the Thotgor. So it's just these two enemies that are in the cap right now, and you can see that they're on fairly low health. So now is a perfect time for me to move in and take this cap. Why not? And help support anyone else on my team who's also trying to take the cap. So the New York is rounding the island here. We can see the trees. I do like the trees. I know Wargaming hyped it up a bit and it was getting a little corny there, but now that they're in game and I can see them, yeah, it's a great addition. Just aesthetically it looks better. So I did take out the New York. He didn't have much health left though, so it's nothing amazing there. And there's the Thotgor once again. Need to get that guy gone. Again, I don't know what he was doing, but I get another Citadel hit on him and take him out. Excellent. So not too bad at all. Now we've got these enemies up here. So it's another Mogami. There's the Mogami. I was really, really surprised with this salvo here. You'll see it when it comes in. It was more or less, I just took a speculative shot, right? And then blam. 4 Citadel hits on the Mogami. Half his health gone in one salvo. Oh, that was amazing. So good job by me. And now, we're going to continue to focus on that Mogami, because, there's another 3 Citadel hits. So, in 2 salvos, that was 7 Citadel hits on that Mogami. I couldn't believe it. That's just fantastic. And hopefully with these next incoming salvos, he's going to die. Yeah, that one wasn't so great. I think I took out its engine, so he was slowing down at this time, or maybe he was actually, using the throttle and maneuvering to make himself a harder target. It's very possible. We got that other salvo in there, and I finish him off. Excellent. So we're up to 3 kills. I think it's something like 12 Citadel hits at this time. Base defense, base captures, critical hits. Doing pretty good in this battle so far. You can see as well my team is just obliterating these people. There's an Oba. So you'll notice that when I did fire off the torpedoes that the Oba, the suggested lead on the Oba was well beyond that little headland there, but I shot my torpedoes off anyway just in case he decided to turn in. I wanted to get him. So I put a nice salvo into him there, do a bit of damage, no critical hits or anything like that, but not too bad. Doing raw damage on anything other than a battleship or a cruiser tier 9 and above is well worth it. Battleships and cruisers tier 9 and above they have their repair or their heal ability, so they can gain back that health. But on any other ship, they can't. So it doesn't matter how much damage you do, it's all worth it. Now the Oba does get finished off by an ally. That was excellent. We do have the point now, so you can see we've got 2 points to their 1. So we've got B and C. So not too shabby at all. There was that other enemy to the north, but I'm just going to leave that guy to the team. Well, actually the team has finished him off. The only ships remaining on the enemy side now is their aircraft carrier and their Congo. The aircraft carrier that they have is to the northwest. It's in that corner somewhere in there. I'm pretty far away from it, so I'm not even going to bother trying to go get that guy. Plus, he hasn't, at least for me, he hasn't done anything in this battle at all that would make me want to take him out. He hasn't been very threatening. Maybe he was mostly fighters, I don't know. But the Congo is in my sights. He's almost within my range, so I figure, why not? Let's go ahead and get this guy. So there he is. He pops out of sight again, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the points are counting down. I mean, we've got this. It's just a matter of waiting for the battle to end to see what the overall results are. And obviously, again, what I'm most concerned about is with money earned. Because at this time, I don't have my Amagi, and I'm saving money for the Amagi. So we're going to continue to line up on the Congo here. You'll notice I have high explosive loaded. This is because when I fired my torpedoes off, I hit 1, the number 1, to get back to my guns, and it automatically queues up high explosive, and I rarely notice. I imagine this happens to quite a few people. What I've been trying to do and work on, I've been trying this for a while actually, since closed beta, and every now and then I forget. But when you're at your torpedoes, and if you have your armor piercing loaded, instead of hitting the number 1, try to get into the habit of hitting the number 2. That'll make sure that when you go back to your guns, it doesn't queue up high explosive after you fire your next salvo. It'll keep it on your armor piercing. So, a little tip there to keep in mind. I have been working on it, and I know it's hard. I forget all the time, as you just saw. So there's a Congo. I mean, at the very least, I got started a fire on him, right? It's not too bad. The Congo, you do want to lead a Congo a fair bit when he's at these extreme ranges like this, because those Congos can do 30 knots. So, if you want to have any chance of hitting him at all, you really got to lead him. Points are continuing to count up, and we're very close to that 1,000 mark. I want to try and get this Congo dead before the game ends. That was, I guess, the goal I had set for myself here. Our friendly aircraft carrier comes in though, and you can see he gets some really nice torpedo hits. He almost finished him off with that third torpedo hit. I put a salvo in, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but if I can just get one more off, game ends. Whatever, doesn't matter. We still had an excellent game here. So you can see I did finish with the 3 kills, 12 Citadels, and various other points here, but more importantly, 291,000 credits. So top of the team overall. In terms of damage done, I did just shy of 100,000 damage. I think it was about 99,000 or something like that. So that's not too bad at all. Now going to the credits side, this was awesome. 250,000 credits is what I made, and I mean obviously is thanks to the Citadel hits. Solomon Islands, yes, the new map, and that's what we're going to take a look at in the next part of the video. So there were 2 new maps, but Solomon Islands I've already played. I think the other map is called Strait, and that's like a Mediterranean feel to it. I'm sure that people have already played it as well. I've got a few videos that will show on it, and some replays that will show in some upcoming videos. But for today, Solomon Islands. This was the first time I've ever played it. It is a lower tier map, so that's why if you're running yours, I don't know, 6s and above, you're not actually going to see this map. But it was fairly fun. I'm platooned up with Rommel here. I'm in my Gremyashki. He's in his Nicholas, and neither one of us has played this map before. This is our first time. So initially I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to A, but looking in chat, people were like, no, focus A, B, or take B and run away and all that crap, and I was sort of getting lured into that, and I was like, alright, I guess I'm going for B. But then I was talking to Rommel, and he's like, no, I'm going for A, man. And I was like, well, screw B, let's go A. So we're setting course for A. Now what you'll notice in A is a few things. Everyone in the north who spawned up here in the north, we all go to this A point. Is it the A point actually? I don't know, it could be A or C. Whatever this northern point is, that's where we're all going. I think it's C. I'm going to go with C. Alright, so we're going to the C point. Another thing you'll notice is that all 3 of our destroyers are on this point as well. Alright, so We clearly we're gonna do some pretty good damage here, pretty good ownage. But we just need to get in a position, and because we're a destroyer, we just need to keep the fact that we're a destroyer in mind, just so that you don't get too crazy in your destroyer and someone just one-shots you or whittles you down. I mean, keep in mind, there's no armor on these destroyers, not many hit points. They're fairly easy to take out if you're focused on it. First target to pop up is the enemy destroyer. It's a Minekaze. This guy, yeah, if I'm gonna have a nemesis in this battle, it's that guy. But don't worry, I will prevail in the end. Now there's a South Carolina, so I've got some torpedoes going off into him, and there's a St. Louis. Things were heating up pretty quick. I mean, right off the bat, there's their three enemies: Minekaze, South Carolina, and the Phoenix. So I want to be a little careful, and I need to dodge these torpedoes. So I immediately cut throttle, turn away from them, and manage to get the dodge, and pop my smoke here because you can see that a number of enemy cruisers have just popped up. There's Rommel right on my screen now. You can see he did launch a spread of torpedoes, and those torpedoes are destined for the St. Louis that's on its way in. Now, because of the number of destroyers we have in this sea point right now, you can see there are a lot of smoke screens going on, so it's fairly good. The enemies can't see our incoming torpedoes. You'll notice I did get a few torpedo hits on the South Carolina. That was what I was aiming for, so excellent. At the same time, Rommel's spread that went in for the St. Louis did hit the St. Louis. So he got a few hits there as well, and blam. Rommel just got the first kill, and that was a St. Louis. You can see him burning there. So Rommel gets first blood. That is excellent. I've got some more torpedoes on the way for the South Carolina. Now it's just the Minekaze, South Carolina, and two Murmanskas that we need to deal with. Murmanskas? Murmens? I don't know how to pluralize that. Maybe it's like moose? Who knows? Anyway. Doesn't matter. So there goes my torpedoes into the South Carolina. I was concerned that the South Carolina would actually die before my torpedoes got there. The torpedoes on the Gremyashki are painfully slow, but lo and behold, I managed to get him with one of those torpedoes and kill him. So excellent. So we have my nemesis, the Minekaze, and these Murments. I don't know. Who knows? So we're gonna put shots into this guy here. He's on fire. And again, in your Gremyashki or even in your American destroyers, if I was in a Japanese destroyer in this situation, I wouldn't care either. I would be shooting all my guns at anything I could. Don't be afraid to use the guns on your destroyers. You'll find that they do pretty good damage over time. I mean, if you were to factor in fires and whatnot. But anyway, so we continue to fire at the enemy cruiser. It's just the two enemy cruisers left. I mean, the Minekaze, my nemesis, he rightfully decides to run away. Can't stick around because we've got a number. I mean, look, basically all of my team is up here in this sea point. There's a Minekaze again, so I really, really want to get this guy. So we're going to chase this guy down as best we can. A little bit of coffee, and I decided to change targets. I mean, I want to get this Murmansk gone because he still does have another friendly Murmansk up here as well. So we'll put shots into that guy. I mean, why not, right? Just to get him gone. I mean, even if I don't get the kill, at the very least, I'm going to do damage. You can see the blue line at work there. You don't need to readjust your aim now when someone's riding the blue line. Shoot at them just like you would if they weren't on the blue line. That way, we can kill those dirty blue line scumbags who like to ride it all the way up the map. If you're using the blue line though, like if you're sailing and you just don't notice that the blue line's there, you're not a scumbag, I want to make that clear. I do run into the blue line and, turn around and stuff like that. It happens to me, so I'm only referring to those who are going to be using the blue line to ride like the entire length of the map. Those are the scumbags. Now you can see I did narrowly avoid some torpedoes from the Minekaze. I took some incoming fire from it as well, but I was able to repair it. Not a problem at all. But again, we need to get this guy gone. Now these torpedoes were a bit of a concern, but yeah, I'm far enough away that I was able to avoid them. They did come from, there's a Wickets over here and a Clemson. So that's where those torpedoes came from. But I'm not concerned with it right now because I'm still chasing down my nemesis. It's my Kaze. Now, in case anyone was wondering if the Mine Kaze is just as good as it is before the patch, before patch 0.4.1, it is. I have a replay, I'm saving it right now, but it's going to be coming up, and in my Mine Kaze, and needless to say, it is amazing. I do over 100,000 damage in that match. It really was awesome. Now you can see the Mine Kaze, my nemesis there, is in some smoke. Luckily, though, he is about to ground himself. Well, I should say him or herself. I mean, I have no idea, right? So there goes my shots, and he's grounded. It's great. So I'm concerned at this point, right? Because he's in the smoke. I'm like, oh my god, I want to kill him. You know, just charge in there, get him. But I set him on fire. Keep that in mind. There he goes. Excellent. Nemesis down, so Thotgor 1, Nemesis 0. Excellent. There's the Wickets. This guy. I don't know what this guy was doing. I don't know if it was just crafty, if he thought he was being crafty by adjusting his throttle and whatnot. No idea at all, but in the end it was completely useless. He just can't do it. Now there's a Furitaka, so you can see I put torpedoes. If he were to stay along the same course, I put one spread that way, and if he is to turn, I put another spread that way. I'm hoping that he's going to hit them, but we'll see here shortly that how that turns out. There's the Wickets, and there goes the Wickets. Excellent. There's a Clemson. He's about dead anyway. The Furitaka is the closest person, or the closest ship to me, so I want to deal with this guy right now. He manages to avoid the torpedoes. Not surprising, especially since the patch 0.4.1, they increased or rather they decreased the rudder shift time, so it increases the maneuverability of the Furitaka. So he was easily able to dodge those torpedoes. Unfortunately, the ally, think it was a Phoenix or an Omaha, who knows, that guy right there is burning and sinking, so it's just me. I do pop my smoke, and I'm gonna go for the point blank torpedo shot on this guy here. So charging right at him, keeping in mind that the Furitaka does have torpedoes, so I wanted to avoid his port and starboard sides. And I'm also a little excitable at this time because he's so close to me, right? So I'm trying to fire these torpedoes, but right on the edge, and I tried twice, I couldn't do it, so eventually I just say screw it. I go for the full turn, and I launch my torpedoes, and I get them. You can make the argument that I didn't need that second spread of torpedoes, but I wasn't taking any chances at that close range. I was going to go ahead and kill that guy. Unfortunately, one of my allies here does eat a torpedo and die, so yeah. But we're still winning. I mean, we've got this. There's only 2 enemies left. It's all us now. So now there's just this Wyoming and the Miyogi. You can see I've got 3 kills now. Rummel has 2, so we've done an excellent job here in this match. I'm going to start putting shots into the Wyoming here. Why not? His guns aren't even faced towards me. And the secondary batteries have no chance of hitting me here because, again, I'm not broadside to him. So I don't care if he sees me or not. I am within smoke as well, so I'm just going to fire into him, whatever. I'm also going to try and get a nice torpedo shot on this guy as well. I'm not willing to push it as close as I did with the Furitaka. I figure at this point where I'm launching the torpedoes right now, I thought this was more or less point blank. Wyoming can't avoid it. I should have went with the second shot as well, because you can see the Wyoming easily able, well, he avoided 2 of the torpedoes. One of them would have hit him, but he died before my torpedoes actually got there. Well, I guess 2 of them would have hit him, and yeah, anyway. But that again speaks to the slow, painfully slow torpedoes on the Gremyashki. But whatever, it's still an excellent destroyer to have. Unfortunately, that stray torpedo does make an appearance again, and he hits that Congo there off to my starboard side. So sorry, buddy. Yeah, Yeah, I wasn't so impressed with that right there. Really don't like doing any damage at all to my allies. I didn't actually type in chat that I'm sorry, so I'll take the time now. I am sorry. Didn't mean to do it. But he didn't die, and the match is over, so whatever. We all did excellent. You can see in terms of damage and credits earned, fantastic. I think I'm first overall. Rummel's second, and that Congo is no, Rummel's third, and that Congo is second. So not bad at all. Credits won after everything is said and done was again about 250,000. You can see it right there. We go. So in these two battles, I got almost 500,000 credits. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for sticking around, watching the video, and as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.